she's willing to work with you. I know because she's worked with some awesome young ladies, and I've seen them. I've seen them work that one way. To what sets her modeling school apart from others in the industry, I think it's the authenticity from her, being original, not holding back, not being afraid to take chances, and to keep going no matter what anybody says. She just keeps going. How does she help her students build confidence, embrace their uniqueness? By being an example. See, I'm answering these questions because I think I know her well enough to know, because I see these things in her. By being an example. There's one picture that I have of her, and I just love that picture, and I just look at it, and it's a green background, and I just love that picture. But she has a picture, and she has this dominant face where she's standing on this. I think it's like a rock or something, and it's a beautiful background, but you don't notice that background because you see her. And I think this is what she exudes when she's talking to the young ladies that's in her modeling school. And I know when I ask what age group or demographic does her school primarily focus on, I've seen them come from just about everywhere.
Hmm.
Young, older, I'm not going to say old, I'll say
Right.
older. And are you here with me, Stephanie?
Yes, can you hear me?
I can hear you, sweetie. I can hear you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you so much for joining us. And I hope I've been covering you. I hope I've
You
been covering
have.
you well
You made me sound so good. And sometimes you need to hear
because you are.
it's a whole, like, people see the photos, they see the glamour, but it literally is work. It really is that you're putting yourself into something to get an outcome. So, and just when you said I watch her, then you said I've got my favorite picture of her, it genuinely shows that you truly support. And a lot of people will invite me because most of the shows are outside of South Carolina. I travel a lot and I don't have like a person in the seats. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of
Yeah.
times people are like, okay, well, you got to sell this many tickets, and I have to let them know up front. I don't have a lot of people that travel with me like that. They would like to, but they are not able to. And so it made me, that was my favorite thing when you said, I sit there and I watch them. There is no age limit. I've seen them come from all walks of life. That she's honest and straightforward with you because it shows that you genuinely have your own personal investment in the person that you met and connected with on this podcast. And I love you even more for that. I think that's awesome. That's awesome.
I think you're awesome. I
Thank
think, from the first day that I met you, I said it was just something in the voice and the things that you were saying. And then some of your little quirky side shows, I said, this woman, you just had me from that moment on. I
you.
said, that's that right there. That's it.
Yeah,
But the journey with the modeling, I was watching because I said it is different.
yeah,
It's different than what I've seen. I've seen you working with your models, and I said that's just so different.
yeah.
I haven't been around a lot of individuals who have modeling schools. I know I took my nieces to modeling school, but that was more for etiquette and everything else. But they threw
Yes,
the modeling in there, and if that was a plus, then that was a plus. But they
yes,
wasn't walking in heels at that time. That was many years ago. And
yeah,
I understand that culture has changed and everything, but I see that you still teach them, you know, that they're still little girls, they're still
yep,
teenagers, they're still, and you keep that age appropriate, and that's what I like about it.
correct.
I
It
like
is.
I just look at it and I said, my God. I saw when you had advertised for the little girls, I said, I wonder what she's gonna do with that. And then when
Mm-hmm.
I saw them coming out and I saw them just in regular clothes, I said, oh my God, yes. Yes. Yes, this is what I'm talking about. Yes, 1,000 times. Yes, you don't see all of this big lipstick on them, not
Right,
unless it's in character. And I said,
correct.
I love this, and I can't get enough of it. That's what I said I have. And I still look at the picture. I'm not going to show it because I don't want to share this picture with nobody because this is my picture. But I did put it on Facebook when we spoke the first time, and I
Yeah.
said that's my favorite picture, and I still have it. But
Mhm.
can you walk us through what a typical day at your modeling school looks like?
Okay. Um, I get a lot of interest in it. God told me to start that modeling agency like 4 years ago. And I'm gonna tell you, Black Diamond, I didn't want to. I felt like I had enough on my plate. I felt like that's dealing with more
Mhm.
people. But after I started it, the interest is still growing. I still have people that's asking, I still have people joining. But the typical day is first of all, we meet. We will come together. We will talk about upcoming shows. We'll talk about past shows because we'll talk about things that happened that does not need to happen again because it's a certain level of professionalism. Even though we might consider a
Mhm.
certain model amateur, like it's our first time walking, but there are certain things that we expect out of that individual